I did not realize that they could construe it to be bus rapid transit. So I think the feedback element was absolutely lacking. I think they're trying to come back now and do things, but I mean, the rail is here and it's here to stay, so we have to deal with it. I do think we need a transportation system that gets people to and from their homes to work and to schools and to economic centers in a safe, affordable, and efficient manner. I do believe we need to get cars off the street because traffic is deplorable. But insofar as where I'd like the line to go for the university line, I don't want it to go down Scott, but it's going down Scott. I don't want it to take neighborhoods, and they showed us 4 variations and with all different ways. So there were 4, I believe, from the spur to right past Maine or something, and then 4 more and 4 more. So it's just really hard for me to tell how I want it to go, and I haven't gone out and spoken to the people in those neighborhoods that are going to be affected past 3rd Ward. I mean, I know in the 3rd Ward area, I don't want it to go down Scott, but it's going down Scott. So, and I'm not on the Metro Board, so I really don't know that I have say in it.
Okay. The city of Houston is supposed to redraw city council district lines when the population hits 2.1 million. There's evidence to suggest that we're already at that threshold, but Mayor White has said that he would like to wait until after the 2010 census before taking action on this. What's your opinion of that, and what process would you like to see the city follow when the time comes to redistrict city council?
So my understanding, they're going to add more council members.
I believe that is correct, yes.
Because of the population growth. I don't know, I haven't thought about how they're going to redraw it. I just haven't. So I don't have an opinion, I don't believe. I think we probably do need more representation. I mean, because there are more people in inherently different parts of the city, and different people have differing needs. So I hadn't looked and studied that. That hasn't been an issue for me. Do I have an opinion on whether we should wait until 2012? I mean, I don't know. I really hadn't thought about that.
Okay. The council recently voted to abandon a 1-block stretch of Bolsover in the Rice Village to a developer who intends to turn it into a pedestrian plaza as part of a mixed-use project. The Chronicle wrote an editorial at that time saying that they thought that the sale of a public street to a private developer was poor public policy. They didn't think that it was a good idea to sell city streets to a private developer. What's your opinion of that?
I actually agree with the Chronicle's editorial. I mean, we need to keep what's public, public. We need to keep what's public, public.
Okay. Earthlink has recently agreed to pay a $5 million penalty to the city for failing to meet certain deadlines in its contracted construction of a citywide Wi-Fi network. Do you think the original deal the city made with Earthlink was a good one? And do you think it's still a good idea to pursue a citywide Wi-Fi network in the event that Earthlink is unable to do so?
I'm not certain I understand the question. Are you saying that, I mean, can you turn that, because I just don't understand it. The hindsight is 20, obviously. If Earthlink, I think citywide Wi-Fi is a good idea. It's a technology age, and we need to, the city should do its part to help the citizens be a part of the information age. So yes, I think Wi-Fi for the city is a good idea. Do I think that pursuing the contract with Earthlink is a good idea, or if we should be able to get out of it? If Earthlink cannot perform the contract, then the city needs to use whatever remedies it can to be made whole. If that means suing Earthlink and and getting them to pay for the cost of them going out to get a Wi-Fi system from somebody else, that's fine as well. We definitely should provide Wi-Fi at no cost. And we've got to find someone who can do it.
Okay. What's your opinion of the city's red light camera program?
I sort of think it's Big Brother. But, I mean, I don't run lights, so I don't know how much income it's generating. Do you know?
I don't believe the city has really released those figures. It certainly hasn't released figures as to accident rates yet, I know that.
So, I mean, do we know if they deterred traffic violations or saved lives?
Not yet.
I think it's Big Brother.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add that I haven't asked you about?
Well, yeah, I'd like to tell you about the issues that are important for me on council, which is public safety, putting more officers on the streets. And, I mean, it's going to take a bit of a while because we're putting more officers. I mean, we've got to replace the retiring officers that we have, and that's problematic. So it's going to take a while, but I'm absolutely in support of that. I believe we need to economically develop this city because we need more businesses paying taxes, and we need more people who own homes paying taxes so that the city can provide more efficient services. I believe we need to do what we can to put affordable housing within the city limits, because people who own homes police their neighborhoods. They know their neighbors. Neighborhoods where there's a lot of home ownership has less crime, and that's important. But also home ownership causes businesses to come where the homes are, and it just makes for a good city. I believe the city needs to get back into the business of partnering to provide education for our kids. They need somewhere to be from the time they get out of school until the time their parents get home. Crime is high because kids are not being raised. Their parents are working long hours. And I'm a product of after-school programs. I know they work. The people in my family, I mean, from a personal experience, my cousins who didn't participate in after-school programs are all in prison or on welfare. I think the city needs to go back to doing that because it works, and it'll also translate into good, productive, law-abiding citizens. And I think the city needs to do what it can and not just rely on federal funding to open up city health clinics. I'm a product of that as well. I got my vaccinations, I got my blood pressure, I got my teeth cleaned at city health clinics. My single mom with her 5 kids could do that because you had to pay on a scale. And I was healthy. I went to school all the time, and sick kids get taken to emergency rooms, or sick poor people get taken to emergency rooms, and then we all pay for it. And I think that it'll pay off in the long run. And those are just very, very important to me. And I'd also like to say that of all the candidates in my race, I've gotten the vast majority of the endorsements. I have a broad-based coalition of support. I've recently got some business support. I met with Robert Miller. He contributed to my campaign, and he thinks I'm going to win. I actually agree with him. But we need somebody on council who's a leader, which I am. We need somebody on council who can team build, which I do. But we also need someone on council who has the courage to stand up when that time comes. And so if you ever see me standing up for something, it's because the team building part didn't work. And I believe myself to be the best candidate, and I'm asking everyone for their support. And I'd like for them to join my very broad coalition of support, from Pakistanis to Filipinos to blacks to Hispanics to Koreans. I mean, from ministers to, as I said, the vast majority of the endorsements, because I am building a diverse coalition just like this city is. And when I get on council, I will do all I can do to make Houston the best city in the states for families to live.
Jolanda Jones, thank you very much for talking to me today.
Thanks, Charles.